Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever and wherever you are. My name is Anna Rochelle, and we are going to talk about mental subtraction part 1. Stay tuned, there is going to be a part 2 coming soon. All right, so this is one of my very favorite ways to subtract. And I've been subtracting using this method as long as I can possibly remember. And one of the reasons that I like it so much is because it's so applicable, not just in like subtraction land, but in all of math. And I call this the break apart and put together method. I don't think that's its actual name. Maybe it's something that I just gave it, but it is my favorite method to use. Okay. So we're going to start first with a problem like this. We're going to take 57 and subtract 28. Okay, so let's take a look. I am always going to break apart this second number right here. Okay, the reason why I'm going to break it apart is because it's easier. There's no other reason. So one way that I can break apart 28 is 20 and 8, right? So when I break apart 20 and 8, what I can do is I can now take this 57 and subtract 20 and then subtract 8. So let's take a look at what we're going to do. So we're going to take 57 and subtract 20. Well, I get 37 because I know that 50 minus 20 is 30. Then I'm basically left with 37 minus 8. It's kind of challenging to do because if I have 7 things and I have to give away 8, I kind of can't give away 8 because I don't have 8, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually break apart the 8 one more time. I'm going to break apart my problem one more time. You ready? I am going to break apart this 8 into 7 and 1, right? Because it is easy for me to do 37 minus 7. Because if I have 7 things, I can give away 7 things, right? So I'm going to subtract 7. That's going to give me 30. And then what I'm going to do is then I'm going to finally subtract this 1. So I know that 1 just before 30 is 29. Let's take a look at another problem that's very similar. Okay. What if I have 76? Oh, whoops. That's not the one I want to do. What if I have 62? And I'm going to subtract 47. Well, I'm going to break apart 47 into 40 and 7. And first I'm going to take this 62 and subtract 40. And I know that 60 minus 40 is 20. Whoops. So that should be 22. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, well, I can't, if I have 2 things, I can't give away 7 things, right? So I'm going to break this 7 apart, okay, into 2 and 5. Now, how did I know to break it apart into 7 and 1 in the previous problem? And how do I know to break it apart into 2 and 5 in this problem? Well, that's really easy. I'm going to share with you my little trick, okay? Because this number right here is 7, I'm going to use a 7. And then 7 plus 1 is the only thing that equals 8, right? So because this number here is 2, I'm going to break the 7 apart into 2 and 5. Okay, so let's keep going. When I take away 2 from 22, I get 20. And then in order to take 5 away from 20, I should know that 5 is half of 10, right? And so, because I have one hand has 5, the other hand also has 5. So half of that is 5. So that should be 15. Let's take a look at another problem. Okay. What if I have 74 minus 19? You ready? I'm going to break apart this 19 into 10 and 9. So I'm going to have 74 and I'm going to subtract not 19, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to subtract just 10. And that's going to give me 64. I can't take away 9. I can't do 64 minus 9, right? Because I can't do 4 minus 9. So what I'm going to do with this 9 is I'm actually going to break this apart into 2 numbers. I'm going to break it apart into 4. And how do I know that it's 4? Because this number is 4 right here. Okay. And 4 plus 5 is 9. So I'm going to break it apart into 4 and 9. I'm going to subtract the 4. What am I going to get? 60. Okay. And then I'm going to take away the 5. And what am I going to get? 55. Absolutely. Okay. Let's try another one. Let's take 81 and subtract 56. Okay. I'm going to break apart this 50 and 6 into 50 and 6. So we're going to take 81 and subtract 50. What do I get there? Okay, should be 31. Now, I can't take 31 and subtract 6, because if I have one thing, I can't take away 6 things. So what am I going to do with my 6? I'm going to break it apart again, right? It's my break apart and put back together. So I'm putting it back together by constantly subtracting, right? So now I have 31 minus 6. I'm losing my voice. Is going to be 1, because I need to take away the 1, and 5. So I'm going to take away 1, and I'm going to get 30. And then I'm going to take away 5. And what happens when I take away 5? I get 25. Okay. Next problem. I'm going to have you try problem this one. I want you to pause this video, take a moment, pause it, think about what could you break 57 apart into? Do you need to break it up again? What would you break it up again into? Okay, pause this video and come back when you're ready. So you should have paused the video. And if you guessed that 57, we break apart into 50 and 7, you are correct. So we're going to take 84 and we're going to subtract 50. And that's going to be 34. Can I take away 7 from 4? Right? So I'm going to have to break this 7 up further into 4. How did I get 4? Because the 4 is right here. And then 4 plus 3 is going to be 7. So 4 and 3. So I'm going to take away the 4. I'm going to get 30. And then I'm going to take away the 3. And I'm going to get 27. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I will see you in the next video, mental subtraction, part 2. Bye.